Ever wonder how some people seem to get everything done and still have time for themselves? It's like they've unlocked a secret level in the game of life, right? Well, the secret isn't in a cheat code, it's all about prioritizing. Today we're diving into the art of becoming a top priority by taking 10 concrete steps. Don't worry, we're not about to turn into productivity robots. We'll be keeping things light, fun, and relatable. So, stay tuned as we uncover the secrets of being a top priority. First things first, do you know what you want? Really want? Understanding your goals is like having a compass in the wilderness. It points you in the right direction and helps set the foundation for prioritizing. Ever heard of the guy who wanted to lose weight but couldn't resist the allure of donuts? He had a goal all right, but his love for donuts was a hilarious contradiction. He quickly realized that his goal wasn't just to lose weight, but to develop a healthier lifestyle. And yes, that meant bidding farewell to his beloved donuts. It's essential to understand your goals in their entirety. They aren't just destinations, they're the journey. They're the roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. And remember, they're your goals. Not your mom's, not your partner's, not your dog's, yours. So get clear on your goals, folks. It's step number 1. Now that you have your goals in mind, remember you're not running a charity here. It's essential to put yourself first. It's like the age-old airplane safety advice. Secure your own oxygen mask before helping others. Why? Because if you pass out, you're no help to anyone, right? Imagine you're at a party. The music's pumping, everyone's having a great time, and you're there in the kitchen making sandwiches for everyone else. But wait, you're so busy slathering on the mayo and slicing the gherkins, you don't even get to enjoy the party yourself. Not cool. In life, it's the same. If you're always putting other people's needs ahead of your own, you're the one missing out on the party. It's not about being selfish, it's about self-preservation. So do yourself a favor, put that sandwich knife down, and dance to your own beat. So remember, no one's going to prioritize you if you don't prioritize yourself. Step 3, and this might be a tough one for some, learn to say no. Now I know what you're thinking. No is such a small word, but boy does it pack a punch. It's like a tiny superhero of self-preservation, swooping in to protect your time and energy. Imagine this, you're at a party and someone offers you a third slice of cake. You're already stuffed, but you don't want to offend the host. So, you say yes. Fast forward 20 minutes, and you're regretting that decision as you nurse a sugar-induced stomachache. Now replace that cake with a task or commitment that drains your energy. Saying no could have saved your day. Remember, your time is your most valuable asset. Guard it with the ferocity of a mama bear protecting her cubs. Saying no doesn't mean you are a bad person, it just means you have good time management skills. Step 4, let's talk about time. Yes, that thing that always seems to be running out. It's like a sneaky little squirrel, always darting away when you reach out to grab it. But here's the thing, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Beyonce, Elon Musk, you, me, we're all playing with the same clock. So, what's the secret? How do we manage time to become a top priority? Well, it starts with understanding that time is precious. It's like gold, but you can't buy it, trade it, or steal it, you've got to use it wisely. That means planning ahead, setting goals, breaking tasks down into manageable chunks, and prioritizing. You know, all the stuff that sounds really boring until you realize it's the key to getting what you want. Remember that time you thought you could cram for an exam in a single night only to fall asleep on your textbook? That's poor time management. So, avoid the textbook pillow situation. Remember, time waits for no one. Step 5, it's time to pass the baton. Ever felt like a circus juggler spinning plates with a disastrous crash always looming? Well, delegation is your secret weapon. It's not about dumping tasks onto others, but rather, sharing the load to free up your time and energy. Picture Bob, a manager who delegated his coffee making to an intern. The intern used salt instead of sugar. Hilarious, yes, but it also underscores the need for clear instructions. So remember folks, so delegate, delegate, delegate. Moving on to step 6, it's time to draw the line. You see, setting boundaries is like constructing a fence around your precious time. It keeps the pesky time wasters at bay. Think of it this way, would you let anyone waltz into your house without knocking? Probably not, right? Your time deserves the same respect. Let's take Bob for instance. Bob is a friendly guy, always ready to lend a helping hand. But he's also a bit of a pushover. His neighbor Larry would always ask Bob to help him with his DIY projects. Bob, being Bob, couldn't say no. Until one day Bob decided to set boundaries. He told Larry that he would only be available on weekends for a couple of hours. And voila! Bob had his evenings back and he could finally finish that book he'd been reading for months. So go ahead, set those boundaries and watch the magic happen. Step 7, let's get organized. Organization is not just about having a tidy desk or a neatly arranged closet, it's a state of mind that can significantly elevate your priority game. Think of it as the secret sauce that makes everything else fall into place. Now let's add a bit of humor to the mix. Imagine having a crucial meeting, and you're running late because you can't find your keys. You rummage through piles of unwashed laundry, old pizza boxes, and who knows what else. And in the end, the keys were in your pocket all along. Sounds familiar? That's the chaos of disorganization, my friends. Organization helps you keep track of the important stuff, saves time, reduces stress, and allows you to focus on making yourself a top priority. So roll up your sleeves, declutter your space, and sort out your life. Remember, a cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. Step 8, keep your eyes on the prize. Staying focused on your goals is like trying to keep a squirrel's attention. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge we're ready to tackle. Picture this. You're at a party, and there's a tray of delectable chocolate chip cookies on the table. You're on a diet, and your goal is to resist those cookies. But, oh, those cookies are calling your name. You can almost taste the melting chocolate and the buttery dough. It's a battle of wills, your diet versus the cookies. But here's the trick. Just like you'd turn away from those tempting cookies, you need to keep your focus on your goal and ignore the distractions. It's about discipline, determination, and a dash of stubbornness. It might not be easy, but remember, nothing worth having comes easy. So whether your goal is to resist cookies or to climb Mount Everest, remember to stay focused, because the moment you lose focus, the cookies win. So keep that laser focus, folks. Step 9, it's time for some self-care. Ever wonder why flight attendants instruct you to put on your oxygen mask before helping others? It's a vivid metaphor for life. You can't be of much help to others if you're gasping for air. So let's talk about that. Imagine, you're a car, a shiny top-of-the-line model, but you forget to refuel, neglect oil changes, and ignore the check engine light. Soon enough, you're a high-end vehicle stuck on the side of the road. Now that's an amusing image, isn't it? But that's exactly what happens when you neglect self-care. In the pursuit of becoming a top priority, it's vital to look after your physical, emotional, and mental health. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Eat well, sleep enough, exercise regularly, and take time to unwind. This way you can show up as the best version of yourself, ready and able to tackle the world. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Finally, step 10, review and adjust. Just like a baker checks his cake in the oven, you need to occasionally pause and evaluate your progress. You see, my friend Bob once decided to bake a cake for his wife's birthday but forgot to check on it. Let's just say, the smoke alarm was the party's surprise guest. So always be like a good baker, not like Bob. Review your progress, make necessary adjustments. Remember, life's a journey, not a destination. So there you have it, 10 steps to becoming a top priority. Let's quickly jog our memory, shall we? First, we understood the power of prioritizing. Remember, it's like being the conductor of your own life's orchestra. Then we dived into understanding your goals, your personal North Star that guides you. We learned to prioritize ourselves because, as the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. We discovered the art of saying no, a two-letter word that can sometimes feel as heavy as 1,000. We talked about managing our time because time, unlike money, is something we can't earn back. We discussed delegation, setting boundaries, staying organized and staying focused, all of which are crucial to being a top priority. And let's not forget about taking care of ourselves because at the end of the day, you are your own biggest asset. We ended with the importance of reviewing and adjusting. After all, life is a journey, not a destination. Remember, you have the power to be a top priority. So go out there and make it happen. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos on being top priority. Until next time, Foresighters.